count on. Mile after mile, it's a limited lifetime tire guarantee. Only at Midas. Joining us here in studio, bro. It is Jeff Saturday, ESPN NFL analyst, former NFL player and coach. And before we get into the NFL...
Hold on. Before we start this, let me just tell you how fired up I was to hear CC just talk about horsepower. Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
talk about tractors and some horsepower. That's what I'm
you a tractor guy?
I am.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah, I like... listen, I'm all about... hear CC talk about it? Man, got me fired up for the day.
There it is.
I'm ready. All right, let's go.
No, I was gonna. You're questioning my 21 at Bethel. You came in here and you're like, yeah, I don't know about this. You're poking holes in this story.
Well, your age, Hebrew school got 15, right? So like, right there, it's a bit of a stretch. So I'm not really sure the rest of the inconsistency.
Did you reclass in Hebrew school?
Yeah, twice.
15 is high school.
Also,
15 is high school.
Yeah,
man.
Cece, you missed this because you stepped out during the break, but Evan doesn't even remember if they won that game.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking about throwing up 21 at
moment in my
Bethel.
life, the 21 at Bethel, and now we're putting into question whether I was like El Duque and I was the wrong age or something like that.
I mean, if you're
Literally, so he can put up 21.
Maybe I had 21 because I was 15 playing against her. Maybe that's why.
He reclassed twice. We called that held back when we were growing up, by the way.
And he got 21 points once.
Oh, my God.
All right, I guess we'll pick up with the Harbaugh thing. We were talking about Harbaugh in terms of reputation.
Yeah.
And we said that his reputation is better than any other non-champion in the NFL, not a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
And Cece said in terms of the overall belief in the person and the regard that he puts him in, only Patrick Mahomes, definitively, coach or player, would be above Jim Harbaugh. Not Andy Reid, not Mike Tomlin, not Josh Allen, not Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Definitively, only Mahomes. How do you hear that and take that in?
I respect it. I have a ton of respect for Harbaugh. I think he is as good as there is in the business. And he, at every level he's gone to, the dude has been successful. He does it his way. He institutes physical toughness, a certain process, a certain attitude. And from a player perspective, if when that's in place, it lets you go play free.
Yes.
That's the reality. It's not. There's not a bunch of and he simplifies. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be the smartest guy in the room. He doesn't have to be the schematics don't have to be cutting edge. This is what simple. Let us play fast. Let us play physical. We're going to win a lot more games than we lose playing like that. And then he's honest when you lose. We didn't do this well. We didn't do that well. I respect him as well as a coach. I think he is as good as there is in our business.
Jeff, we saw the Giants yesterday open their heart to Dart. They inserted Jackson Dart as the starting quarterback going into their game against the Chargers. What did you make of the timing of the decision, and what is your expectation for Dart as well as this team for the rest of the way?
Yeah, it's a save your job move about Dable. I mean, I think that you're seeing kind of the holes of the Giants and the organization just show themselves, right? You're seeing players go to other organizations and prosper. That's never a good sign. You're seeing the guy you brought in with Russell Wilson. I thought Russell the first two games actually played well. The last game, the indictment was the red zone. And you got 4 opportunities. There's you throw it out of bounds, you get a grounding, and now you're backed up, and then you throw it to the goalpost on the 4th down. Like a 14, you can't do it, right? Like you got to give your team a chance to win, and they had a shot, right?
Yeah.
And so now if you're sitting in there and you're Brian Daboll, you're thinking, well, I can go to a rookie, maybe gives us a spark. I got this young running back, and he's bringing energy. We got Neighbors, he's bringing energy. Maybe we can just kind of put these guys together and say, hey, look, in the future, even with Tracy, the running back, we have a little nucleus of skilled players that because you're going to have to give something to the fans and to the front office. And I know Mayor's whole thing was, I'm just tired of finding, well, you're also tired of winning because you hadn't won in a while. If you got to figure this thing out, you can't be over. And so I think that was the move, the reason for the move. And I think whether Dart's quote pro ready or not, you're about to be, because you're about to be a pro. So it is what it is. You and I both know you're gonna get the Chargers' best look. They're gonna disguise. They're gonna do a lot of things. They're gonna bring heat. They're gonna try to make you be as confused as possible, and hopefully the Giants give a good protection plan give him answers.
Well, it's got to start with the protection plan, right? You got to
Every
keep the
time.
guy upright. But I do want to follow up on something because you said the Dart decision is a save your job type of move.
Yeah.
What has to happen? How well does Jackson Dart have to play in order for Daboll and Shane to save their jobs?
Extremely well. I think they'll have to get somewhere near 500. I don't mean over 5, but you get 7 wins, 6 or 7 wins.
Okay.
I think now you're in a conversation, at least in the front, and hey. You think I can keep this gig? What what can we do to get better? But it can't just be it has to be you're seeing progression from each of those guys, because you've got the gig based on being a guru, right? A QB guru. Okay, so this is our third whatever QB that we're trying to what he's expected to do well with. It didn't go well with Daniel Jones. It hasn't gone well with Russell Wilson so far. So can you hit it out of the park now with Jackson Dart? And that's your hope and expectation.
Well, you bring up Daniel Jones. He's balling. The Colts sitting there 3-0.
Balling.
What has Shane Steichen and this regime done for DJ that has extracted this version of him?
Well, I think it's a number of things. He has a number of different receivers that can do different things. He doesn't have a true, and I'm not trying to disrespect any of their receivers, right? But he doesn't have a true one. But he's got a lot of really good players, whether it's Downs in the slot, right? Whether it's Warren at tight end now. You got Pittman on the outside. So you have a number of different guys. You got Pierce who can do things. I know he's banged up right now, but you got Pierce who has a separate set of skills. So you have all these guys who can do different things. And now with the Warren addition and them being able to move him around, whether he's in the backfield, whether he's inline tight end, whether he's split, all the different things, it opens up and it puts the defense under pressure. And now Daniel just got to take advantage of that. Then you go back with Jonathan Taylor in the offensive line. They haven't given up many sacks. They're running the rock. Jonathan Taylor's playing lights out. I mean, he's one of the top 2 or 3 in the league right now.
Leading the league right now, 338 yards.
Yeah, so he's balling. That takes a ton of pressure off a quarterback. If you diagrammed how to make a quarterback's life easier, Shane Steichen has done it. And he gives him protection. He'll keep tight ends in. He'll keep backs in. It doesn't always have to be 5 guys getting out, right? He'll play within the system and go, we're only going to have a couple guys every now and again. You got to figure it out, right? You'll have the time, be consistent, be confident, and then drill it in. And then I think Daniel Jones has played well. I mean, he's averaging almost 10 yards in a completion. He's 9 yards of completion, which is insane, right? I mean, this guy's got 800 yards in 3. I mean, he'll have a 4,000-yard season, which no one, including myself, I expected them to compete for the South. I think they're the clear favorite in the South, in my opinion.
Wow. We're talking with Jeff Saturday, ESPN NFL analyst, 6-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro center, 14 seasons in the NFL. What a resume.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Amazing.
you don't.
Pretty good.
No,
But 21 at Bethel.
Well, yeah, you don't have that.
No, I got the 20. I got the 21.
Yeah. Well, you'll work on that. Yesterday on First Take, Drew Brees, who's now a contributor to First Take, said that he finds the Eagles' offense to be boring.
Oh, Drew. Drew. You are a dog. First of all, shock of the world. A quarterback, see him run the ball. So right off the jump, he's disqualified based on bias. Right away, any quarterback going, it's boring. Of course it's boring because it's not doing what you want to go do. They want to throw the ball 50 times a game. So you're going to the opposite of what he loves to do. And then let's just talk about the Saints offense. How many slants did they run? Little check downs they run.
Pick plays, yeah.
Thank you. It wasn't like they just freaking airing it out, pushing the ball downfield every single play. Come on. I mean, it's a typical quarterback. It's such a typical quarterback statement. And I love him, but I'm going to bust him up on this one. Now, this is, you won, 19 of 20 games? And have 17 in a row. Ain't nothing boring about winning and winning with Saquon Barkley having the explosive plays. Now, all that being said, Dominique Foxworth brought this point up to me yesterday, and it's a very good point. They had a lot of explosive plays in the running game last year, the Eagles did. They have